Welcome back, everyone. It's time for Cloud9 Academy versus Team Liquid Academy, and we welcome another new player to the Academy, Team Liquid's Rhino.
Great name. Great name from
Great
the
name.
start. If you want to be pro, think about really cool names. Rhino is an amazing one. If you knew him from before, his name was Pocket Rhino. I personally like that one better, but still, we're going to go with Rhino anyways. This team, however, is struggling, and they are not mathematically eliminated from playoffs. But their fate is not in their hands. So that's kind of where they're at, where even if they play their hearts out, it's still not entirely up to them. So this is a great opportunity to put in a new player, see what happens, throw caution to the wind, and see what you can do, because we definitely have a lot of players on this lineup that like to experiment and just be crazy aggro.
And that's what you can take a game off of a team like Cloud9 with, right? Is experiments, crazy aggro, playing the unexpected. Sometimes that won't get you to the playoffs like you need to, but Cloud9 should be rolling over this game. And if they don't, that's where questions can start to come in for Cloud9.
Big questions. If Cloud9 drops the game here to Team Liquid, like, yeah, they can look close. That's fine. But they are the team that beat TSM, that were the top dogs. Like, if Cloud9 struggles against a team that had a struggling bottom lane, that has a new player, and with a team that's not really finding cohesion in a lot of things, then they're going to be potentially looking like they're in a downswing, not from how they started, where it was, okay, you slumped 3 games, and then suddenly you're rising back up. Take that loss to 100 Thieves, understandable, but now here they need to just give us a solid performance, and I think they will, since so much of their games revolve around the stable, objective play with the Dragons. That is the classic way to win League of Legends nowadays.
It is, right? You go for Drake. You can kind of give up first Rift with things how it's been denied, or just you overpressure the map. So it's been interesting to see how it continues to ebb and flow. And there's their Drake control on the screen. 8 souls?
Yeah.
First? Oh,
yeah.
My word. Like almost, what's the second? Like 5? Because you have to consider how many games actually go to soul or just end or fight for soul, and the other team stops it, and then it's extended so much that you fight for what is the next Baron in its game or something.
I mean, they've played 12 games and 8 wins, 4 losses. So that could be that in all 8 wins they have the soul.
They will take your soul. That's probably not it. But
it's a 4v5 again. No.
Oh my word. They should have put a picture of a Rhino in there. I think we missed a real big opportunity. Olaf is being banned out here. Greg will not be able to run the jungle. Kalista taken away. We get back and forth here on bans. They're taking their time, though.
Kennen. So Jenkins does not get that one. Kind of sad for him. Every time that Kennen becomes meta, people just instantly ban him. Like, he gets to play it once or twice, and then people just say, just ban him. Don't put him on anything else.
I think because Kennen at his best is one of the biggest lane bullies. You have free stun on energy. That's wild. And it feels really good.
And he's so hard to gank.
Yep. Absolutely. As long as you keep your lightning rush up, you're literally playing well. And the attack speed buff recently on E, everything is nice. Recently, a long time ago, Ezreal getting banned out, as well as the Trundle. We haven't actually seen him today, really, on the list. Was he in second phase last game? I can't remember.
Picked or banned? It wasn't.
I don't think I know he wasn't picked. There's the Thresh, and let's see what priority is.
Volibear.
The bear. Don't poke the bear.
Jungle bully. I think that's why they banned the Trundle. I've seen some people just try out the Trundle as a response to Volibear, just because you can at least make him squishy, but Voli's just so damn powerful. I personally think he's just fantastic in the jungle. I wouldn't want him in the lanes, even though you can flex him, so I love seeing him there. And we were talking about how Bard was really strong, so maybe you could see some Bard Volibear here, give us some top esports action with power disabling and just making nightmares for Team Liquid's immobile carries, which is already Ashes. Is going to be a sitting duck for a Twisted Fate. Let's see if they lock it in. I'd love to see it, because Palafox loves to play meta champions, and this is that one.
Senna gets locked in. I can see that Thresh ban now, but I think the Thresh ban left up the TF, but they didn't want Ashe getting hooked in lane because they want initiations and safe fights late game. So, bit of a back and forth, global pressure being given up. TF has been scary for a lot of people, and Palafox he's a scary player once he gets going, so this could be big pickup for them. Final pick, phase 1 for Liquid Academy. Really? Oh, he's unbenched. No. He had the collective size.
This is his debut on TK.
This is what you want to be remembered for?
It's a good lane. It's a good lane, so maybe they can do something. It's just not as flashy, right? You want to see him show up with a Blitz game 1 or a Bard game 1. And, whoa, look at him be exciting. So maybe they can turn around the bottom.
Wukong support.
Right? Maybe they could do that. So the Senna could have been
Orange
a deny
support.
pick to that.
Yep. Kennen support. Edward had it. He knew what he was doing. I know it's banned now, but
that's a throwback.
Yeah, I know, right? I miss Edward. 10 seconds. Final ban. What you got? The Vladimir, though. I like that one.
Poor Jenkins really hurt.
Oh, it is the Bard. I think as we keep saying it, it's just going over the mind bullets, and people are be like, oh, yeah, Bard. Bard there. 20 seconds here for Cloud9 Academy.
Watch him ban another top laner. Just put Jenkins in the worst position. I don't think GP.
Jace?
Oh, yeah, I could see them ban Jace. I don't think Jenkins has been too proficient on him, but Malphite has been steadily making his way back onto pro games, and he's just so reliable, so easy to, you can run it down in the laning phase, and you can usually still have some value. So I like the ban here. It tells me that C9 wants to play more physical damage. Maybe that lets Twisted Fate be even more relevant, makes it harder for you to buy those Merc treads and diminish his power. So Sylas will be the answer for TF, which is a pick that we started seeing in the LCK as an answer to TF. Do it.
I like it. Also, confirmed, if Sylas and Lilia interact, his abilities apply what needs to be for her ultimate. So you can still use Sylas with Lilia and steal that all if you wish.
I have not played Lilia yet, although I have seen some games of her. She looks like Hecarim's wife.
Hecarim's is.
They both queue around, hover, do helicopter moves.
Helicopter moves based on speed. Oh, the blitz and the woo. Wow. I like this a lot. Opportunities everywhere for engages from a flank, from in front, a slight bit of fog of war, or you just figure out where everybody is with Destiny and you go ham on the person you're near. What do they have? A little global answer, I think, is a good idea. I mean, they already have Hawkshot, but adding in the Cannon Barrage really kind of assists in the fact that the fights could be happening anywhere with Twisted Fate.
And he could be safe against Twisted Fate, being able to orange out of those gold cards. So it's pretty solid. Now, depends on how well Team Liquid plays the laning phase, because GP and Sylas can definitely lose to TF and Wukong in lane if they're not playing well. And if that happens, then you can forget about being able to take these team fights later on, because Cloud9 is just all about picking you off with the card into the Blitzcrank or Senna W into hook stun, whatever you want. They've got ways to take you away from your teammates.
I'm actually really excited to see this Wukong actually go up to Fudge instead of down towards the bot lane. Fudge has been somebody that I've been watching quite a bit lately. I think you have as well, and he just loves to pop off once he gets going, and he can put on a show. And as a play-by-play, you always love that.
Yeah, well, he's been popping off on the Camille. So he was on the Camille train before Wukong, and that was exciting. Now I think he's benched that a little bit since players are moving away from Ornn and going towards other champions. So if he can have Wukong in his arsenal, that actually reinforces how good the Wukong and bot lane for Tomo and Diamond is going to be. Because if Fudge never played it, then you know into playoffs, every time C9 locks it in, it's probably going bottom. Takes away the element of surprise. If Fudge can have some few good games, then you're thinking, oh, that could go anywhere. We don't know what's going to happen. And that makes your draft much more difficult to deal with.
That's true. You're kind of setting that precedent like, oh, Fudge plays this. But no, it goes anywhere when you really want to you look at it. Sylas I think it's a bit up to Yusui here to find a Wukong ult, to find a good Volibear ult, maybe a Blitz silence and shield bash when he really needs to get in a fight. But also, you're seeing Blitz Rhino pick Tom. That Blitz ult now denies shield, so or not denies shield, but blasts through it. So we haven't seen that interaction in quite some time. We'll see if it comes into play really big here for us.
That's
We are going to be, yeah, I'm excited. We are going to be stepping away to build game delay, but when we come back, we will have the game right from the start. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everybody. We saw Champion Select. The delay has been built for competitive integrity, and we are about to jump into games with myself and Crumbs here for our second game of Week 7 Academy. And we already had a pretty awesome Game 1. I'm excited to see what happens in Game 2. Both teams have compositions that can come out fighting, less so for TL, but I want to see if, like I said, Yusui can get the Silas ult steals, and then on the other side, if Cloud9 plays this globalish comp quite well.
The global comp is taking the world by storm, whether it's TF or Galleon.
Yeah.
We also get the treat of seeing what Rhino is up to. Not the animal, the new player
True.
on Team Liquid. So we got to see what Kenvi did before. Now Rhino, just a great day for debuts, it seems. So if he has a good showing with the bottom lane, obviously can keep his spot there, and we'll see him be there for us some time. I don't have any say in it, by the way. I'm just saying that if you do well, you usually get to stay on the team. But the bar was pretty low. The bottom lane was struggling quite a lot for the majority of the summer split for Team Liquid.
Yep.
They're not finding a lot of cohesion, getting pushed behind, and then synergizing with Grig and Yusui was just not there. So if Rhino can have good synergy with Grig, I think that is the first step for this team to say, oh, wow, okay, now you can actually do something in the mid game. And if you can add to that a strong laning phase, which I don't expect now, I think that actually takes more time than the jungle support
Right.
synergy, then, well, he's going to have a bright future ahead of him.
And we'll have to see. He is almost being countered in this first game on Rhino in that bot lane with the Blitz versus the Tom Kench. So Diamond's already trying to say, I'm going to give you a very hard time, and you try to make these plays with your gray health. So going to be interesting.
You get a 2-for-1 there with the Tom Kench. So instead of going for any other target, you just go for a TK every single time.
Exactly. You pull him right in.
Oh, doesn't look like they saw the ward placed in the Pixel Brush. They've got a sweeper, but they didn't pop it. So this feels good for Team Liquid, and they even get to have Jenkins go all the way to the blue side. But look how he didn't ward. Right? Normally you'd think, oh, this is a good opportunity to ward the buff, and you could see where the jungler starts. But he needs that. He needs it to keep himself safe. He's trying to make sure that he stays alive in this lane. Wukong typically can be very aggressive, and Gangplank almost always plays weak side, so keeping those wards to stay alive helps a lot more than just knowing where the jungler started.
Yep. We'll know how much he's trying to track his opponent as we start off. Thumbs up. Oh, whoa. Dude, he's trying to just go for the fist bump to start, and he goes for the haymaker. Damn. It's a little disrespectful, but I mean, it's competition. You got to be ready. You got to be ready. Good help here for Nori as they start things off. And now we are off and running for real. Both are going to be switching side to the jungle here, so we'll see where that first gank is actually going to come out.
Rib, I just had an amazing idea. Emotes.
What's that?
For rock, paper, scissors.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Right?
You'd have to like activate somebody next to you. Like you do a
3,
counter
2,
and
1,
they're activated.
bam.
Yep. Okay. Then you just troll your lane opponent. They'd have to turn off rock, paper, scissors.
You can play 2 games at once.
Yeah, that's what you do as a support. How many people do you have to help? Oh, it's a good life. Shield this one, heal this one, exhaust that person for this dude picking his nose, and that guy over there that doesn't, he's not looking at the fight. He's clearing a ward. Yeah, it's a mini game when you're playing support, I'm telling you. It's Fudge here on the top, obviously taking parlays. He'll be fine as he can get in there with that Cloud Strike and be all right for the time being, but it feels harassy up in CS right now as he's pushing a little harder.
Yeah, it doesn't want to take all the damage that can. Oh, look at that moves, right? Sneaks away into the barrel. Doesn't want to give a grass procs to Gangplank all the time. That's the most annoying when you just spam that on you nonstop. So, looks like the first crab is going to be a fight in the bottom side. Grig does not have any help. He's getting collapsed on by Volley and TF. And he gets it at the end, so I think he's fine.
Ooh, blast from Grig. That's, wants that, but he'll be all right. Within 5 minutes, he doesn't really need to do too much, I don't think. But they do have an eye on where he is. Has to flash the grab here as cards fully stacked and made. That's interesting for that skin. I've never really seen that.
The positive play for Set, the glass half full move is saying, I've got Hex Flash, guys. What is up? It's not that I don't have Flash.
True. That's a good point. I looked past that. You have good eyes, Crump. Special eyes.
Thanks. My mother always said I had special eyes. That somebody else could see it.
Perfect. Palafox, not really worried about too much of the damage he's taking, obviously, as his whole intention is to just wipe this wave out. Do what he can to get back to lane fast. Slowly pushing here on the bot side. Diamond staying in front of Tomo. I love this play. You know, as a support, you kind of tell your AD or your marksman, if you can't tell them, you just get mad at them, to dodge volleys, dodge things. Well, as a support, you need to step in front of those. Even take the hook sometimes if you know they're going to get hit. Yes, it sucks to take damage, but good protection here. That's what you want to see. Still staying in between him and his attackers, and he's going to be able to stop that lick that would have hurt from Rhino. There's a hit in from the Blitz grab, and now the damage follows through. One last lick. Rhino's actually playing very aggressive here. Ranger's focus comes up for Rikara as he's now on the front line. And the back and forth, health-wise, goes to Tomo and Diamond, but the range still in favor of FLICKR. Good fight.
Yeah, definitely out of Team Liquid, knowing that Tomo was low on mana. Now he was able to come back and hit some spells, but he had those double biscuits ready to go, get you up with a little bit of instant HP and mana so he can still queue around. But if he didn't have that mana for that queue, FLICKR is definitely flashing in for that kill. So they are taking good advantage of the windows that C9 is presenting. And C9 was looking for a base. Like, they need to have a recall so that Tomo can refresh those important mana cooldowns. And with Team Liquid basing first, this could give them an opportunity to go for a dragon on the reset. It's going to be a cannon wave. It's going to crash. There's no TPs. And if C9 gets this now, I'm going to be really upset at Team Liquid. This should not be Team Liquid C9's dragon. Oh, it is.
Yeah, FLICKR and Rhino
fair.
backing. They are just collapsing from all angles. And even Fudge is backing. He's not on the map, so they don't know where Fudge is currently. That's just a big play overall, brain-wise. And they have to worry that Wukong is cloning somewhere to start a fight. He's level 6, too, so big potential. Overall, really well played by Cloud9 there, and Team Liquid left wondering off that.
Definitely good play out of C9. I would have been upset if it was that Tomo and Diamond base, but they didn't. They stayed, so that's why they're not able to contest. And now is when the Team Liquid bottom lane have something to do. They're in the map first, so what can they do with it? And if they don't get anything but a little bit of vision that doesn't translate to a play, then I think that's a big fat win for C9.
Rhino giving a bit of help here, doing a nice job at keeping rotation up. And just eyes on the map. Wards for Team Liquid are pursed forward. A bit of a lack of vision here for Cloud9, but I think they feel comfortable in the position they're in after a bit of that movement. And grabbing first Drake. Matt B. Diamond angry.
He wants revenge after that earlier trade.
Yeah.
He remembers. It's a TF.
Oh,
it's Silas.
Good damage. Oh. Clone grab on the abscond.
Sets here too.
Ducked.
They can dive him if they want. Tough dive though. Wukong is level 6, can hit that Cyclone to heal up. Oh, wait a minute.
Yes. Surprise! Oh, right into the wall. He didn't get the range he wanted, but Palafox comes out. Is he really where he wants to be now? But it's Fudge coming in. The Cyclone is going to hit big. Yasui just needs a bit more damage. That's going to be a kill for Palafox. First blood. 7:47 on the clock, and that's going to be second going in as it's a double kill for Palafox. We said if he's going to get going on a global, it's going to turn this game for C9 and be scary for Team Liquid.
Somebody that should have been scared is Grig going for this play. There's a TF ult, right? Silas used his own. Like, there's no way that C9 does not come to this play first. So even if Yasui would have been in range to go on Volibear, Fudge is still around. He hadn't lost any major summoners from the earlier Silas play. So this is just a big misplay there out of Grig that C9 had no problem punishing. And now another fight comes in. Bully turns it around.
Oh, from the skies there. Sky splitter, head splitter, everything. And Nori just coming down with the utmost of force on a Team Liquid there as the teams are going for Herald. It's only so much that Grig could take here with a quick thumbs up. He goes down valiantly, and he will be out of the fight. At Cloud9, this is what we expected them to do to start this one off, and it is good to see that they are doing so. Can Team Liquid stop the bleeding, though? Yasui goes back in for the fight. Rightfully so, you're on Silas, but he's got to watch the turn now. Gold card into the stack, and he trades back with a chain lash that actually gets the secondary damage and turns Palafox away.
You're asking me, can Team Liquid stop the bleeding? The way I see this bleeding is you're in a zombie movie and a zombie bit you and you're like, can I stop the bleeding? Like, there's much bigger problems here. There's much bigger problems than stopping the bleeding, my friend. So Team Liquid will have to deal with the entire wrath of C9 now, because if they stop dying, they still have to deal with the advantages that they've given over to C9. With a TF that is going to have the ultimate and now has Prio. He had a super early row. I mean, he's going to have a Lich Bane completed before 15 minutes with row. That is insane.
Lots and lots of damage to be coming out in these spikes here. As about to hit 17,000 gold on the side of Cloud9. 1 minute on Drake. They already have Ocean. The Mountain. Are we going to get Infernal or Cloud?
I'm going to go. I'm going to trust you on the Infernal.
Right past his shield. And he bursts him down. They are not giving Rhino an easy time here towards that bot side. Flash is over, a great grab coming out. I think it's turning into, like, they're okay with it. It's like, yeah, the bleeding is internal, but that's where it's supposed to be. Oh, the double cyclone. There it is. Bops him on the head one last time. Whack-a-mole here for Fudge in the top lane.
I could just imagine someone shows up to the hospital. Are you okay? Are you bleeding? Yeah, it's internal, but that's where it's supposed to be.
I want to say it's an Andy Samberg or Brooklyn 911. Something like that.
That's where it's supposed to be. Such a good line. They're going to try to salvage
911. Where's my brain? Oh, he saves him! But does he save him? We remember the blitz is there, and he can just tear through shields. There's another kill going out. Yasui now about to get himself back. Save? Almost chain lashed him, but he's just trying to get out of the crowd control right now. Inori ults to get himself to safety, and it is just a whole bunch of back and forth with Liquid not finding a priority target, and it's not even their fault. I mean, Cloud9 is just able to get out so slipperily and just keep themselves safe.
Oh, and keep themselves getting some money, too, with Fudge in the top lane. He's got a 300 gold bounty. Ooh, cheeky TP there. Stop that teleport. Sorry, the turret from going down. So at least they don't lose this turret this early on, but their engage down there was just so hard to pull off. Yeah, you get the Rhino, but you don't get anyone else.
2-0-2 for Palafox. 3-0-2 for Fudge. Two people we named coming out of Champion Select that would most likely have a big impact on the champions that they were able to get out of Champion Select. So a 450 gold bounty across those two as the Trinity Force comes in. 12-12 on the clock. That's my birthday, Crumbs. Happy birthday to Fudge from me. The bee is pissed. And Rhino is going down. That diamond is like, you are not welcome here.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, in a few months, yeah, like 3 or 4 months. We see Rhino just getting picked on now as he tries to rotate. Maybe the comms aren't there as well, or the rotations are a bit too careless is the word I'm looking for. In that, you know, he might be walking over a ward, and then he's not knowing it, and still is just too far away from anybody to even get support if something happens.
You called how good the blitz was going to be into the Tom Kench, that the ultimate stopping the shields. If he's ever protecting someone, he's all slowed up and he's going to get hooked. So it is tough for him to play that. And on the getting caught out by yourself, he doesn't actually have the strongest 2v2 mid-jungle when you're dealing with a set that's so far behind. Like, you're not really going to find anybody to fight that you can win the 2v2. Blitz and Volley will definitely crush that. You've got the global pressure to help you out. Kind of is a double global when you factor in the Senna and TF. So the Yasui Silas counter isn't quite as strong. They're looking for another hook. He gets the TK.
Oh, watch this. Watch the ult from Blitz. He's holding it. Oh, he's going to hold it. Yeah. That's question mark coming out from the rest of the team. TL still trying to chase. Nice bit of slow there from Inori and Tomo. That Sky Splitter is able to lock him down as Palafox gets thrown around for a moment. And this is just such a back and forth. They get Rhino stopwatch out, and now let's see if they try to fight as Inori jumps out one more time with his ult. They're just kind of tempting TL to make a mistake in these fights because C9 is so far ahead. They can absorb a bit of damage. They can go through a round of the abilities of Team Liquid and then see if they still want to take the fight.
They are really far ahead, and you can see it in how much they respect Team Liquid's ability to make a play. It is not a lot of respect because they see that the set was there, and they're like, yeah, let's go for the hook. Let's just tank a bunch of focused Ash arrows and still go for it. Oh, ELP, just enough to slow him down.
Yeah. That's get Super Soaker and all up in Diamond's gears, man. You got to watch out. Blitz no like. So they're going to clear towards objectives now. Assist on the Baron ping. Looks like not too many people. Oh, Nori instantly is going up there. So look how fast they are to just kind of react to each other's movement at least a little bit. Now that Diamond's forward, nobody's towards that Wraith camp. Sen is top side. So if anybody's going to come through, try. It's an easy fight for the team. Herald right away. Cloud9 is just on the move and a few steps ahead at every point of this game here in Week 7. They have Jenkins surrounded. He is about to walk the plank, Crumbs.
Ooh, Jenkins has flash, but the get to
Beep,
use
beep, beep,
it.
boop, boop.
Nice.
There it
They're
is.
so much faster on the rotation of the lane assignment. Good
Oh,
arrow,
that's
though.
the one they needed. They finally shut down the damage coming in from Blitz. No, the stopwatch comes out. A lockdown coming from the other side. Greg's low on damage as he tries to throw out the Haymaker to get the shield. Just going to be another shot and a bite coming in from Nori as Rhino gets locked down, gold card, and he was all in, and he's out. It's now 16 minutes on the clock, and the kills just keep funneling in for the side of Cloud9. Fudge gets Cyclone, but only after the fight is over.
This might be the largest gold lead at this time
Yasui
we've seen
gets
in
like-
Academy.
sorry.
That is a 8,000 gold lead at 16 minutes in. Like, that is ridiculous.
Wablam!
It's
Did he-
about
Demolish that before
Oh.
Fritz actually.
yeah, they should have killed him first.
Yeah, like, that's funny. I like it. Yeah, I agree with you, Crumbs. Also, the only death here on the Diamond, as he actually got caught and avoided that last time. Deathblade and Drakthar already here for Tomo, so they're able to just walk around the map wherever they want now. We'll see this fight topside one more time.
No Gangplank ulti, so he can't really clear the wave out. He's just there, slow on the rotation. Everybody else from Team Liquid outpaced. Obviously, when you're 8,000 gold lead, or 8,000 gold behind, you're not going to be able to be faster than your opponent. And then they even have the TP from Fudge to make sure that there is no way that Diamond goes down a second time. Not allowed to die more than once. And even one death at the pace of this game, his team will make fun of him. They'll tell him, you were the one death that prevented us from having a perfect game.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
And they all came from the same direction. That Tomo Senna route looked like a chain of corruption for a moment. It sent me for a loop, and I was like, wait, that just locked down like 3 people instantly. So really just able to find the windows of opportunity TL's trying to use here to get back in, shutting him down with the composition words that Cloud9 has brought to the table. Now pushing the wards forward here. We can see him playing around some pink wards with a few also push forward on their right shoulder. And here Fudge and the team obviously going to set up more wards. So they have TL's jungle to run across, to own, steal all of their resources, and only a few outer turrets to work. And they already have Palafox working a side lane by himself. 3-0-5 for that Twisted Fate.
Hey, Rhino eating the red buff to make sure that his set can at least get it. But the pressure that the Twisted Fate puts on the side lane is too great for anybody to deal with. It's why the Sylas as a counter is pretty tough to pull off. You actually needed a really proficient Sylas player and a lot of other jungle help to help you out, because TF, the reality is, it's not just his ultimate, it's the minion dematerializer combined with the wild cards that make him such a nuisance, because to contest that push power is nearly impossible. I mean, he's just chucking out a massive range spell that thins out the backline, can also damage you, and hits the melees at the same time. Like, what other champion can actually do that so easily? Not many. Maybe the AP Nunu experiment from mid lane would be one to rival that.
And he's constantly shifting and manipulating kind of where he's positioned in lane, so the wild cards aren't coming out the same. It's kind of annoying how much you accidentally can walk into them trying to focus on farming as well. You're right, it is a big, big nuisance to deal with. And he might even need more than one person now to take care of. Quick Cloud Strike. He's just going to push Yasui off for a moment. Cloud9 sizing up Team Liquid now. This next fight very much in their favor. They just have to get Liquid within arm's reach to make it happen. Liquid doing a good job at keeping themselves back and slowly moving in a line of wards that can make that opportunity possible to maybe take down Tomo, maybe find Palafox. But, I mean, Palafox is already in your face. You don't have to find him too much, so I guess you just have to take him down at this point. He's been pretty slippery without any safety in that build, to be honest.
If they want to find somebody using Yasui to steal ATF ultimate is definitely a start. Thinking about Diamond, but he is fast and doesn't allow Greg to get behind him. It's a good judo move out of him. You can't hit
Tomo is slapping on this center right now.
You like his damage? It's a lot of damage from this champion.
Oh my word. You see it back and forth, you know, whether they farm, whether they fast. Looks like Tomo wants to do all the damage himself this game. And also, a fantastic pickup coming into the Academy split as well. We saw Tomo coming in, Cassiopeia game, Ezreal game, really been able to diversify his champion pool. As we get a fight here right in front of the base of Team Liquid. Diamonds in towards the back without a stopwatch this time, and the mana barrier is going to come up and go down as Liquid has enough damage now. Over the wall goes a Nori. And will they able to finalize a kill here? Yeah, Fudge goes in and he's able to crack one over the skull with his stick. A few more kills coming up as the second Cyclone is going to keep Liquid at bay. And through the base they run. The turret wasn't even in their eyes for a moment. They were making sure Liquid wasn't even following Cloud9 as they take down the first inhibitor turret. So much aggression, Crumbs, and they are not afraid to use it as soon as they can light the fuse.
They didn't get the inhib.
That is unfortunate.
They all
I guess the fuse got snuffed out there.
Yeah, okay, well, they definitely should have gotten that there. Maybe if it was really early in the game, you wouldn't want to get the inhibitor so that the enemy can't just farm away. But with the lead that they have, definitely just a little bit of a misstep there. And the big misstepper here is Diamond, just hinting away this game. Feeling like trying to give Team Liquid a chance. But honestly, he would need to do this about 20 times for Team Liquid to actually win. And as long as he gets hooks, it doesn't matter.
Oh. Whoa! They're just everywhere. Fudge coming out of the woodworks. He's already in a Cyclone fight as Palafox teleports right on top of that. Another grab coming in from Diamond. And the Abyssal Voyage tries to come out, but they stop it. Jenkins says, peace, bro! I am out. And it looks, oh no, he's not going to make it either. Oh, you hate to see it, but as a caster, you love to see it. Cloud9 is just rampaging through this game, 17-2 with a 13,000 gold lead, and they are starting the Baron.
It is just a massacre here out of Team Liquid. Cloud9 is probably giving us the largest win in Academy this year.
Yeah.
It's really exciting because this team is definitely going to be a contender in playoffs when they come around in just a few weeks. But man, Team Liquid does not stand a chance. They lost those earlier summoners with Fudge flashing for Rikara, and then they flank her around. Look at the unsuspecting Ashe without her Frog White Knight. She just has to run back and immediately double port. Twisted Fate and Wukong right on top of the Ashe. Never stood a chance. Even had the heal, doesn't bother to use it. She knows she's there.
Almost got the Voyage off. And then Jenkins, the flash, the run. Palafox says, you think so? Bye-bye. Oh, my word. And look at the kill spread. It's not even like, oh, if they can shut down this person, that's all the money. The bounties are gross. 1,100, 1,500, 1,700 in bounties right now able to be picked up there. Yowzers. Cloud9 is rolling in the gold, and they will continue with the objectives as well.
They could just tower dive here. You've got the Volibear. You could tower dive the Nexus at this point, actually. So they're going to go on Yasui, who goes back, and that's going to cost his life.
Godlike for Fudge. Okay. Big damage onto Tomo to start things off. The Senna ultimate almost keeps him alive for a moment, but he does finally go down. Greg now going to get chased out of the base as Jenkins is about to fall. Huge damage from Fudge. 707, 807 as he picked up another kill there, going godlike. And he is continue to say his name in the top lane of Academy, and I would not be surprised to see that man in LCS very soon, Crumbs. That's going to be one Nexus turret going down for Cloud9, and they'll move to 9-4 on the summer split at a sub-25-minute game versus Team Liquid.
Oh, and the gold lead, everything about it just so strong out of C9. They saw that top lane play where they gave a few kills to the TF and then never looked back. It was, yeah, the biggest stomp in Academy this split. I don't remember a game that has been this lopsided with such a disparity in kill score and gold.
Uh, it's something we don't see all that often is when a team has that lead that they're comfortable still going that hard, still going as forward as they are because it's not as scary as creating a 50-50 at a dragon or an objective, but every time you're pushing like that, almost carelessly to take your opponent off guard is a 50-50, but they control each one. There's a method to the madness. It never really is a 50-50. They're always playing what seems to be an 80-20 in those pushes, in those two-man roams, and then for everybody to be able to collapse on it is seamless.
That's because they have the pressure in the side lanes, right? Their waves are crashing. So you then go
Right.
for a play, and it's not 50-50 because even if you lose it, you're still making
Yeah.
sure that the enemy loses out on minions. So worst case scenario, you have the objective advantage.
All right. Well, we have even more Academy action coming up right after the break. We'll be right back after three short minutes. Don't go anywhere.